there guys. Today's gonna be part 5 in the travel trailer project series, but in reality I think it's like the 7th video because I did the battery box and the bumper as little offshoot videos. But anyway, today I'm gonna show you how I built this rear bed platform and storage area for the travel trailer. It houses our brand new Dometic cooler and provides plenty of space for storage as well as serving as a sleeping platform. So I'm going to show you how I built that, and I do want to give a huge shout out to Dometic. They sponsored this cooler to me for this whole project, so you'll probably see a few more videos where I talk about it and show how it functions off of 12 volt and all that cool stuff. Okay, so today I'm going to be building the rear sleeping area. My basic plan is to build a couple of framed up boxes back here that I can lay some plywood over that will hold a mattress. But I do have a few other criteria I want to meet as well. Number one, I want to leave a space in here so that we can house our Dometic refrigerator that will slide out on this slider. Number two, I have it offset so that I will leave enough room right here so that we can have a slide out kitchenette that I mentioned in previous videos that will go through that door. And number three, I want all of these panels to flip up to where I can access storage inside. So let me do some measuring and then we'll get started. So the whole strategy behind this rear bed platform is essentially to build two boxes. You will notice as I start putting them together that they are offset a little bit. You can see the lower one is just a little bit narrower than the upper one, and that is to help account for the wheel wells. So I didn't have to make any special angles up front. I just figured I would offset the entire box. The insides of these are going to be used mostly for storage, so it's okay if there's a little bit of extra wood lying around. After I got the first box done, I then started on the second one, and you'll notice it's a bit narrower than the first. As I mentioned earlier, I'm trying to offset this a little bit to have the cooler over towards one side so I can leave a little bit of room for that future kitchenette or whatever kind of slide out I end up figuring out for that area. And here are the two frames finished. You'll notice I added a little bit of extra wood around where the wheel wells go, and that's just to give the plywood a little bit of extra something to attach to. After I got done with the lower framework, I then started on the tops, or what will also function as the lids of the storage space down below. I'm going to put some plywood on these, and then once I have everything dry fit into place, they will be getting hinges. And here are all the tops done and laid out in roughly the orientation that they will go inside the trailer. And then here is what happened next. And following that somewhat somber period of dealing with the hailstorm and all of the damages that occurred around my property, I figured it was time to get back up on the horse and get this project back and rolling so I could get this trailer one step closer to being usable. Once the framework was mounted inside the trailer, I then added plywood to close it all in. You may be wondering if I was going to have access doors on these fronts. No, there will be nothing additional going there because that will eventually be covered up with some cabinets, but I may choose to put some little access doors right in this little space that I'm standing in. Just haven't decided if I'm going to do that just yet. Alright, now I've got everything dry fit into place. Now I'm going to mark out where the hinges need to go on these front panels. I will install those and then I'll get to filling in the holes and doing the trim work. So that's pretty much it. As you can see, it's a pretty simple build. There's really not a whole lot to it, no fancy angles or anything like that. I essentially just built a big square box with a space for a cooler and some extra space for storage. I'm sure that some of you are going to be asking as to the ease of use of this storage underneath here with the mattress going on top and having to be moved. Well, my current plans are that most of the things that will go in there will be things like chairs and things that when we set up camp will be moved out and used during camp, and we really won't have to access that too often, but there will be the outside storage door, and I may add on the other side a little cubby door or something so that I can access some of those things a little bit more easily. As for what is coming up next in the travel trailer project, I'm not exactly sure just yet, but it will probably be either adding flooring to this, doing the hail repair, which is reskinning a couple of the sides and the roof, or the front dinette, which was originally the planned next project, but the hail kind of threw everything into a little bit of a funk. So I guess that is pretty much it. As always, I thank you guys for watching. Check me out on Instagram for some of the behind the scenes pictures of these projects and other things I do. And we will see you next time. Almost forgot. Now, I'll see you next time.